Well said. So let's go there. Drop acid. Amazing title, by the
Let's
way.
go drop acid. Okay.
Let's drop acid for the next hour or so. Um, Uric acid, you mentioned so eloquently in this new book that it's so overlooked. It's a conventional lab. A lot of people have these ran, and there's not even a discussion about it. Or for some people, it's not ran, it's not given the attention that it deserves. What you mentioned it being this sort of causative rule, this underlying driver of problems. Many people don't know they have high uric acid. What exactly is uric acid? You talk about the three sources of uric acid in the book. So, what's driving it?
Well, the first part of your statement and question, it's true. We didn't really get our arms around uric acid until quite recently. In years gone by, of course, we knew what uric acid was. It's something that's elevated in gout, and we really only looked upon uric acid through the lens of gout and perhaps kidney stones, and that's really all it that was important to
Mhm.
for. It's the reason we would include a uric acid in annual blood work. It was really elevated. We'd say, hey, you might get gout. Be careful. But this is not your grandfather's uric acid anymore. Now that we know that uric acid is far more influential in the body, it's a powerful tool. And what the uric acid elevation is doing is it's serving as a signal molecule, a messenger, and it's basically telling your body to get ready for winter or for food scarcity, a powerful survival mechanism. So when we look at the fact that insulin resistance and blood pressure going up and increasing your body fat, we tend to look upon those as bad things. Oh, who wants to have insulin resistance or higher blood pressure? But that's only in the context of our modern world. Until just recently, a blink of an eye, our hunter gatherer forebears and certainly our primate ancestors were very much aided by the fact that they had these signals happening in their bodies that would allow them to make more body fat so they could survive during times of food scarcity. And this dates back 14 to 17 million years ago during what is called the Middle Miocene period, when the Earth became a little bit cooler. And over a million years, our primate ancestors were threatened by less food availability. So any little modification of their physiology that would allow them to make and store more body fat would play out over a long period of time as a survival mechanism. And so it is that the increase in uric acid that happened because of a series of gene mutations allowed them just a little bit of an edge over those who did not have that series of mutation. Therefore, they had higher uric acid levels, a signal that we've got to make more fat, we've got to keep that blood pressure up, we've got to turn on what's called gluconeogenesis so we can make more glucose to power the brain for two reasons. At least number one, to avoid starvation, and number two, to avoid predation, so we didn't get eaten by other animals in the day. The problem is that served us well until we began the agricultural revolution and began to have an abundance not just of food, but of food that was more carbohydrate based. And you just have to go to the grocery store now and see, when you walk around a grocery store, how we are targeting our ancient physiology by looking at how much there is in the way of not only carbohydrates themselves, but processed foods, processed carbohydrates that really allows free sugars to be more available to our physiology, amping up uric acid production. At least the fructose does that, and telling our bodies, you better make a lot of fat right now or you won't survive. Well, we don't need that.